Hey Blazers, this episode is brought to you by Audible.com, an Amazon company. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/Blaze Entertainment, or visit the sponsor and supporters links on our website at entertheblaze.com. With over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Now let's start the show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's start the party. Locked in to the hottest station on the planet.
What's going on, Blazers? We are back with another episode of Blaze Entertainment. I'm your host, Kwame, joined by the beautiful, the melanin proficient, the skin so great.
Hey.
Miss Free.
Hey.
What's up, Queen?
Not much, per usual. I saw something really crazy today.
What happened?
On my way here.
What?
We was driving, right? And we pull up at a red light. So I'm minding my own business and I look to the left. And I see this lady. She's in her car and she rolls down the window. Tell me why a whole bunch of gnats just flew out her window.
Out of her car?
Out of her car, bitch. And I was looking like...
Did you have your window open or closed?
My mom had it open.
Oh, I would have rolled that shit up.
And she said, she looked at me and she was like, "What's wrong?" And I said, "I can't even tell you." Because she also had a window open and we were pretty close. And I was like, I don't even know.
I would have rolled my window up.
My mom was like, "Why did you say that then?" I said, "Because you always talk about me in my mouth." So I didn't say nothing.
You're so stupid.
It's true though.
That made my day. I was having a really rough week this week. It's been one of those weeks. Yeah, girl. But I'm happy. We're in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm queer.
Also, I brought something.
Ooh. Please explain to the audience what you have.
Audience.
Oh.
This past weekend, I had a bougie adventure with one of my close friends.
Bougie adventure.
And we saw Wonder Woman.
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm going to go see that this weekend. Is it good?
It's good.
Yeah.
But I'll get to that later.
Okay.
I'm more excited for Black Panther. I'll get to that later.
Okay. We'll talk about that in the reviews.
And then after, she took me to this place called, what's it called? Sugarfina.
Okay.
Which is bougie candy, basically.
Oh, okay.
So we're in there, and the first thing the guy asked me is like, "Would you like to try our champagne gummy bears?" I said,
Champagne gummy bears?
Yes, I would like to try your champagne gummy bears. They were bomb as fuck. They didn't have any alcohol because they burned all the alcohol out, but it did kind of taste like champagne.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Bitch, what is this?" So I was going around trying to look for more alcoholed candies. So I asked him, I said, "Sir, do you have any other candies with alcohol in it?" And he said, "Yes." He led me over to the chocolate aisle.
Your display. What are you, Vanna White?
The store is bougie as fuck. So
Vanna Black.
Like, he was like, "So we have our chocolates with scotch, and then we have our chocolates with brandy, and then we have our chocolates with, we have a new chocolate with tequila in it."
Bitch, where's the
I
store
said,
at?
"Let me try the tequila one." So I bought it, and it's called Give It a Shot.
Okay.
And we're gonna try one. I've already tried one, but I want you to try it.
Okay.
We'll try it together again.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna give you one of these bad boys.
Thank you, madam.
And tell me how you like it.
Okay.
We're gonna do it together.
All right, here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Chocolate shot.
Yes. Oh, fuck. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be a burst of fucking tequila.
It's good as fuck, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But then the chocolate, like, overpowers it.
Right. It doesn't feel like overwhelmingly
You
like...
get the tequila, like, boom, and then you keep chewing. And the chocolate, overpowers it.
Yes, ma'am. I like that. And I'm not a big chocolate fan. But, yes.
I'm gonna try it.
Well,
these little bad boys were like $8 for a little box.
Yes.
That's how you know it's bougie.
Well, since you're bringing stuff, because sharing is caring, have you ever had watermelon wedges? Gummy watermelon wedges?
I have not. Well, I have.
Well, these are not just gummy watermelon wedges. These are indica-infused medical cannabis watermelon wedges. So I'm going to have you try one.
Yes.
Because sharing is caring.
Okay.
And it's not
just one.
Is it this week? No, next week is your birthday week, so it's your birthday month, bitch.
I'm scared.
Don't be. You're not gonna feel it for probably another.
Ooh, it smells like weed. Okay. I'm scared.
Just eat it, girl.
Okay. Oh my god, this is my first edible, guys.
Really?
Yeah.
This is your first edible?
Yeah.
Oh, girl. Good to know.
It don't taste bad.
No.
Okay.
You're gonna feel real good tonight. Because I'm gonna give you another one before you go.
Okay.
So when you get home, pop that bad boy in. Yes.
That's not bad.
Yes. So anyway, how's everybody doing? It's a weird way to start the show.
Yeah, sorry guys. We had our tasting.
Yeah, and this show is going to be a little different because we've taken for granted our admin assistant Marisol.
We sure did.
Shout out to Marisol because she does so much behind the scenes that even I didn't even know. And because we're wishing her a speedy recovery. She did get into a car accident, but she is fine. She is okay. But we want to give our condolences to her puppy because her dog did pass away in the accident. And she is okay though. She is mending a broken leg. But thank God that is the only thing that is broken on her. And it wasn't major. So, she will be recovering and, walking really well soon. So,
amen.
Yes, but our condolences to her pet.
Baby, come back.
Yes, we miss you, Marisol.
We can't do it all without you.
We can't. And with that being said, unfortunately, because Marisol controls Pyro Media Network's backup drive, we were unable to retrieve any of the listener letters this week.
Oh, well.
So,
whatever.
We will not be having a listener letters.
We got more important things to talk about, like Black Panther.
Oh, lots of things. And no, not to say that your letters are not important, but
that's true.
Yes, but we will spend more time next week, on listener letters.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Why not?
And on top of that, just to let you guys know, that not only this week, we have this show that's airing this week, and then next week we're airing a show the week of your birthday.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Free next week.
Hey.
So it'll be like a birthday special. We'll do a birthday special next week for Miss Free.
Okay.
Because she's the shit. So so we'll do a little birthday special next week, and then right after that, we are actually going to be going on a little hiatus because we have the next episode that you'll see after that will be our 50th episode for Blaze Entertainment. And with that being said, you will also see a special because it is going to be not only our 50th episode, but it falls right around our 1 year anniversary as a podcast. So that's going to be pretty big. And we won't say what we're going to do.
No.
But just stay tuned to entertheblaze.com for all that information.
Yes. And excuse the whirring sounds.
Yeah. If you're hearing like wind, it's because it's hot as fuck in the studio. And so we had to turn the fan on. I'm so sorry. Like, it is what it is. We would try to get it out of as much as we can in editing, but I can't. I was melting. I'm too big for this shit. Anyway.
Moving on to the phrase of the week.
Yes. Let's get the show started. Miss Free.
The phrase of a week is something that I came up with today. I'm a clever bitch. And I'll toot my own horn. Toot, toot.
Toot, toot, bitch.
Anyways. And the phrase of the week is excuse my bitch / bitchy.
Yes.
And that basically means, like, if you inadvertently say something that's really bitchy, but you didn't mean it, and it comes off as, girl, that was, you mean, like, that was a bitch move. You're like, oh, excuse my bitch. Like, I didn't mean it to come off that way. I'm trademarking it.
Yes.
Put it on a shirt.
Yes, bitch. Yes. Yes. Excuse my bitch.
Excuse my bitch.
Yes.
Or bitchy, you know.
I like excuse my bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Yes. Miss
Yeah.
Free.
Mm-hmm.
Innovator. Right?
Creator.
Yes. Let's go into the highlight of the week. And I mentioned this particular podcast before, but because Insecure is coming out really soon, I figured it would be a great way to kind of prep for the new season. And the podcast that I'm going to be talking about is Insecurity. And Insecurity is a podcast which is a recap podcast of Insecure. Mm-hmm. And they recapped season 1, which they did it really well. And the people, the beautiful women that are on there is Hey Fran Hey from the Friend Zone and Crystal's West from The Read. Mm-hmm. These two queens talk about Insecure in a way that is just uncanny. Like,
I love that show.
First of all, Insecure is a shit, and then Insecurity is just the icing on the cake. Mm-hmm. So definitely check out that podcast. It'll actually help you if you guys watch it or watch Insecure, and then after each episode, listen to the companion recap episode on Insecurity. It's a really good way to kind of get in depth and really understand the behind the scenes behind the show, and also, or not behind the scenes, but really understand the depth of the show and where the show is trying to go in terms of the message. So definitely check that out. Shall we go into shout outs?
Yes.
So Sasha Obama's birthday last Saturday, June 10th. I saw the tweet of that young queen in that red dress next to her beautiful family, and she stood there, and I remember Sasha when she was just this little cute geeky little girl, just her glasses, and she just standing there just next to her parents and just her sister and just being just the most adorable. Mm-hmm. I saw that tweet with her in that red dress, and she is just the most classiest, gorgeous. My God, that young lady looks stunning. Mm-hmm. Stunning.
Beautiful.
Stunning.
Look at my babies.
Beautiful.
All grown up.
I can't take it. I was just like, is that Sasha? Like, I was like just so proud.
All grown up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was my shout out for the week.
My shout out goes to Jessica Watkins.
Okay.
She is NASA's only black astronaut candidate of its 2017 class.
What?
So they picked 12, and she's the only black woman out of 18,300 applicants.
Fuck out of here. Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
We're going to space again, bitch. We going again.
Girl, look at you and your research. Miss Free.
I saw it. I was like, oh, yeah, look at that.
This week has been really tough. I haven't been able to like really dig deep in social media and like.
It's been a good week for black people.
We gonna get there, bitch. But until then, we're gonna take a short break and we'll be back with the Petty World News because I ain't got much, but you know.
This episode is brought to you by one of our new sponsors, We Buy Black. We Buy Black is an online marketplace for Black-owned businesses to showcase and sell their products to a global community. What drives We Buy Black is a community of creative entrepreneurs who use We Buy Black to sell their products, thousands of shoppers who believe in supporting these entrepreneurs to affect social change, and committed staff of We Buy Black. Visit pyromedianetwork.com or entertheblaze.com for our sponsor direct links. It's time to support Black businesses. Now let's get back to the show.
And we're black with the Petty World News.
Okay, ladies, now let's see information. Okay, ladies, now let's see information. I'm Petty Slade, Chico, you get eliminated.
Petty times.
And we're gonna get this crackin' lacking.
You start off, Miss Free. Ladies first.
Beyonce.
Yes, queens.
Is rumored to be in labor at the UCLA Medical Center. It's rumored that she shut down the whole entire 5th floor to give birth to the twins.
In UCLA?
UCLA Medical Center. So in Los Angeles.
The show's over. We're going to go right now. Bitch, are you, when? When did this happen?
Wait, UCLA has a lot of medical centers, so I don't know which one it is. But this happened, I believe, either Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday.
Oh, bitch.
Maybe not even Tuesday. It was probably Wednesday or Tuesday. I can't remember.
We're not gonna find out for a while.
We're not even out.
Because you know how much she kept Blue on the wraps for like what, the first almost year.
But we knew she was born. We didn't know what she looked like or anything like that. I don't think she's given birth yet. Hell, I don't fucking know. But
yeah, we'll find
see
out
soon. What if they like born on my birthday, bitch? You know what?
Bitch.
I will be blessed.
Oh my god!
I will be blessed by the gods. Okay.
Oh my god!
I'd be like crying.
Yeah, I'm gonna be crying.
Part of my birthday. Beyonce has blessed me.
Jesus.
A girl can hope.
I'm gonna get emotional and splotchy. Right? Oh, okay. So I saw this tweet. It's not really shade. Well, it is kind of shady. I don't know how to take this, but there was this. The Shade Room had posted this picture. Shout out to the Shade Room. But the Shade Room had posted this picture. And it was a question about, ladies, would you propose to your man?
No.
I did ask you this way.
No.
And so I really thought, because I was gonna like let it go and pass it or whatever, but I thought about it. I was like that's a good question. Would you?
No.
Why?
Because I'm not here for it.
Okay, why? Because
first of all, I'm not in the business of getting on one knee and proposing to a man, okay?
Okay.
Because first of all, nigga, you gotta be ready to get married to me. I'm already giving up a whole hell of a lot, like my last name, having your big ass head of children, everything else. So the least you could do is get on your one knee and propose to me and even ask, nigga. That's all I'm saying. And y'all gonna be like, oh, whatever, girl. This is one thing that I'm not moving or shaking on. Okay. You will not catch me on one knee proposing to a nigga. No, you will not. You will not. Absolutely, you will not.
I don't know. I wouldn't. I think I personally am not. I'm here nor there for it. Like, I'm not like. I don't care either way.
I mean, like, if someone chooses to do that, that's their business.
Right.
I don't give a fuck, but you won't catch me.
Right? I'm not that bitch.
Right.
You know, and that's all fine and dandy. But like, I feel like for me, like, I don't think that we should shame. And I felt like it was kind of like
shaming them.
Some of the comments I saw, some of the comments about it was like almost shaming women that do that. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I feel like if you feel comfortable doing that, then do that. I personally feel like I've already been through 2 marriages already. Mm-hmm. So it's not that cup of tea. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I also looked at it like I was in a different situation and a different mindset. So I wasn't ready for neither one of those. And I feel like marriage is a big deal. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like it's not something that you should take lightly. So I feel like if a woman feels comfortable and they feel like they're ready, then, you know, by all means, you know, go get on that knee. You know?
Hell no.
But I respect your point, though. I mean,
I'm already giving up a whole hell of a lot. The least you do is ask.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you.
Right.
It's not, no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
There's
That's
a
just
lot,
me, though.
There's a lot that you are giving up.
I'm not going to shame, like, a woman for proposing to a man. Like, if that's what she want to do, bitch, go ahead. That's your life. You could do whatever the fuck you want to do. I would have told my friend, don't, girl. But if you really want to do it yourself, go. That's your business. Right. I mean, if you feel comfortable in that, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Whatever. I get that. Anyway.
Write us. Let us know how y'all feel.
Yeah. I'm actually really interested. I want to know if there's any listeners out there that have that if you're female and you have proposed to a guy, and this is not necessarily with same-sex couples, because I know that there's a lot of lesbians that do that. There's a lot of gay people that do that. Like,
but I feel like it's different, though.
It is different because we actually take it real fuck-ass seriously, because it took us a long-ass time to be able to
I'm not, like, you know, trying to be, like, weird about it, but it's different where
it is
2 lesbians proposing or 2 men proposing. Like, it's different.
It is.
You know, there's not that, like, heterosexual, normative, you know, kind of thing to it at all.
Yeah. But anyway, I digress. Ice Cube and Simone Sanders schools Bill Maher on his show. Now, here's the thing.
I didn't see it, didn't want to watch it.
I saw it. I didn't see the episode. I saw the clips on YouTube because I don't have time to be putting any type of fucking points or ratings towards this fuck ass show. Here's the thing. I respect Ice Cube. I think he was a major leader in the movement, in rap. I also feel that what he said was needed to be said to Bill Maher. And the fact that what Simone Sanders said was, I feel it hit me harder because I feel like what she said is something that a lot of people neglect in terms of listening to black women. And so what she said really affected me because
there were two people on there?
Yeah, it was Simone Sanders and Ice Cube.
Oh, okay.
And there was some other guy on there too, but I wasn't paying attention to him. Anyway, mind you, I was just looking at those two clips because what they said was like the truth. But here's my thing. I don't really feel like Bill Maher cares. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I really feel like that's what bothers me about the situation. Like, I felt like if you said something, you truly are sorry about it, if you truly think that it was regrettable, if you truly feel that this is something that you think was wrong, then I didn't see the sympathy in it. I didn't see the it was more, he was so ready to kind of just dismiss it. And I felt like he was like, well, let me bring these two black people on here so they can validate, the fact that people need to let it go. And that's not what needs to happen.
Right.
And yes, this is a quote unquote teachable moment, but don't think that a teachable moment means that it's excusable. And that's what pisses me off about the situation, is that there's so many, especially some of people on Black Twitter, was just all about like, oh, well, he did say he was sorry and he does support black people and he had a black girl. I don't give a fuck if you had a black girlfriend. I don't give a fuck if you had a black wife. I don't give a fuck if you have 40,000 black friends. I don't care if all of you, the people that are black. If you're a white person and you say the N-word, I'm going to smack the shit out of you because, it's just simple as that. You don't have a right to say it. Don't sit here and say, oh, well, it's not okay when black people say it. You're damn right it may not be okay when black people say it, but I'm not going to get mad when black people say it because it wasn't used, okay, in the first place to bring us down by black people. It was used and created by white people to keep us down. And there is no historical backing in white vernacular where it makes it seem like it's okay for them to say like it's empowering to black people. Yes, black people in the most recent years have quote unquote taken it back and used it to empower each other and use it to in their artwork in terms of music and different things of that nature. It has never been in white history, okay, used in any way to be empowering, used in any way to be encouraging. It has always been used to demean. It has always been used as a signal and a flag, for lack of a better expression, for enslavement. And that's the bottom line. So you can sit here and say that black people shouldn't say it, that nobody should say it, whatever. I don't give a fuck what you're saying about that. What I'm saying is that white people should not say it whatsoever. End of discussion. Like, bottom line.
Well,
so moving on.
Like Kim Kardashian. I just don't care about Bill, whatever the fuck his name is.
Samesies.
Kim Kardashian has recently been accused of blackface, but what else is new? She's been accused of blackface in her recent beauty line called, I'm assuming Kim Kardashian West, KKW. She's photographed in an extremely contoured and tan portrait. And a lot of people are accusing her of blackface. Now, here's my thing about this.
Before you get to you.
Go ahead.
Here's my thing.
Okay, go ahead.
I do not like Kim Kardashian. I do not stand for her. I am not her friend. I've never been a fan of her. I may have watched her show at certain points of my life because it was just comedy to me, but I am never going to sit here and say that I stand for Kim Kardashian, even when she did bring down Taylor the Demon Swift. Okay?
I was here for it when she did that, though.
But I was here for it, but I wasn't here for her. Oh. Okay, so let's make that very clear. Okay. So when I saw this post in the Blaze staff group, I looked at the photo that was apparent there. I don't know if there was another photo, but the photo that I saw, it did not look like. Mind you, I glanced. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like an immediate thing.
Did you see the other photo, the original photo?
Okay, we probably you need to show me that while I'm saying this.
Okay.
The photo that I saw, it looked like it was just a filter on it. Like I saw the original photo where she was a little lighter, and then there was another photo where she looked darker.
Right.
But it looked like the entire photo was just darker. Like they put a filter over the entire photo. Like, you know, when you go on Instagram and use like, what is it, Claritin or whatever, and things get brighter, or you use another filter.
That's adjusting the brightness. This is a different thing.
But I'm saying, like, it looked like a filter to me.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm just saying, like, and mind you, I didn't study it. I didn't look in it. I'm just letting you know my first impressions.
Okay.
Okay. So I am very interested to see, because I know you studied this and you researched it and you have your opinion on it.
I just have a feeling. Okay. And I'm just going to express my feeling.
Let me see.
This is the before and after. That's the original photo, and that's the adjusted photo of what it looks like blackface.
You see how the background on that is darker? Like, that's what I'm saying. The entire photo was filtered.
Yeah, right. Okay, but let me get to my feeling.
And she doesn't look black in this photo. She looks a little more Hispanic.
Bitch,
anyway.
Besides the point.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
My feeling about the whole thing, I originally saw it and I was like, okay, whatever, I guess. But then I scrolled down and I saw the before and after photo. Mm-hmm. And here's my thing. Now, I think the original photo was to highlight the contour palette or whatever that she's selling. Mm-hmm. In the original photo, bitch, she is looking to the side, giving me a strong contour. You know, like I see it, it's there.
Right.
And the photoshopped one, I still see that strong contour there, but the whole thing is darkened.
Right.
My whole thing is, bitch, there was nothing wrong with the original photo.
Okay.
You did not need to darken your skin, darken the picture to prove your point about that strong ass contour in your cheek, girl. Mm-hmm. It was there from the beginning. You didn't need to do any editing. Mm-hmm. It was a pretty photo without all the editing on it. Mm-hmm. So knowing how people feel about the Kardashians in general and their appropriation of black culture, I can see how this made people feel some type of way, because it's like, bitch, now you know you ain't black, making your skin appear darker, even though it might be a filter or lighting, whatever the fucking case is, Photoshop, whatever. It was unnecessary to the point of the product, if that makes sense. Like, you didn't need to darken her skin that much. It's like a stark contrast to the original photo, and I actually prefer the original photo to this Photoshop darkness. Like, it's too much. It's too much. Okay. That's just my personal take on it. And I'm not claiming it's blackface.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's black.
I just think it's unnecessary. Like, it was just, you were doing too much, and people are already sensitive with the Kardashians any fucking way.
With their boxer braids and their lip injections and their ass.
Right, because the whole, we ain't gonna get into that. Never mind. Besides the point.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying.
But you're saying people already feel some type of way towards them anyway, because, bitch, you know, like, y'all try to emulate black women in the first place. So right. Anyways, whatever. What's next?
I was going to talk about. No, I think that was it.
Okay.
Because we don't have a lot with Petty Worldlings today, but I was going to talk about the current state of affairs with this country. But you know what? I don't care anymore. Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. I care.
Right.
I just don't care about talking about it anymore, because I feel like one of two things are going to happen. Either we're going to get what we need to get, where motherfuckers are going to be impeached and we're going to clear out the government with what we need to clear out, or nothing's going to happen and we're just going to have this 2-year-long, however many year-long thing with him being in office and shit being fucked up and things getting worse. So I'm just gonna wait.
Sounds good.
But I will say this: during the Watergate scandal, it took a lot longer for shit to get to this point, By the time by the time shit got to this point where we're at right now with special counsels and motherfucking all this like evidence coming out and testimonies and all these different things, it was towards the end of what's his name's 4 years.
Nixon.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Listen, but it's also different now. You have technology attached to it, so information gets spread faster than it did beforehand.
And Nixon wasn't tweeting, bitch.
Well, you know, it's the access to information.
But he also wasn't going on TV
because that shit didn't exist, ho.
Well, there was TVs back then.
I'm saying internet. The internet is how information spread so quickly.
I understand
not
that.
Television.
But we're at a point right now where Trump is just getting his own ass in trouble.
Well, yeah, because he's a dumbass.
Well, yes. So is Nixon. But my point is that the difference between this dumbass and that dumbass is that this dumbass is a real dumbass.
That's very true.
Like, at least the other one who was like, sir, you should not say that. Okay, well, I guess I won't say that. This motherfucker, I'm gonna say what I need to say because I'm tiny hands. That's all I got.
My skin crawl.
Oh God, that's all I got.
All right, we're done.
Yeah, we'll be back with the reviews. Hey guys, this episode is brought to you by Pyro Media Network. Pyro Media Network is a progressive moving platform to give a voice to those who feel don't have one. Social injustice, equality concerns, and more are just a few reasons why PMN is needed. For more information about Pyro Media Network, please visit pyromedianetwork.com. And we're back with the reviews.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We're here to talk about
so many things. Before we get to the major thing,
because I have words.
We have lots of words.
I have emotions and feelings.
Yes. Let's talk about some other things in the news. Netflix responds to. Ooh, excuse me. Oh my God.
Did you belch?
Ew. So sorry. I'm gonna make sure that's edited out. Anyway, Netflix responds to a petition that was sent out by Sense8 fans for a Sense8 reboot, and
Sense8 needs to go to a larger network.
I don't know how much larger you can go with, Netflix. Netflix is a pretty large, company now.
It is large, but it's not as large as some of the other like Netflix, like HBO, or even on public television. It needs to be on ABC or something like a large. Universal, something. It can't with a bigger budget.
Well, one of the reasons. First of all, I feel like Netflix is bigger than some of these cable shows or cable networks because of the fact that a lot of people who don't have cable, which is a majority of millennials now, have Netflix, have Hulu, have HBO Go or HBO Now and stuff like that because they don't want to deal with cable. They don't want to be stuck in contracts. They don't want to be, they don't want to have to deal with cable companies. And one of the cool things about Netflix is there's a rating thing going on with them. So you what they show on Sense8 could not be played on regular TV. You know what I mean?
On HBO
it could on HBO or even Stars, but but anyway, I understand Netflix really, I honestly feel like Netflix really wanted Sense8 to keep going. It's just that there's no way that they can film in all these different locations because each character has its own different location. You know what I mean? And so they have to film in all these different locations. They have to get all these licenses. They have to start, get all the crew for each of those different, like for instance, Game of Thrones was super expensive because of the fact that they had to film in different locations. You know what I'm saying? And so, and Sense8 had way more locations than Game of Thrones.
But you know what? Game of Thrones is a bigger franchise than
for sure.
Absolutely, it is. So,
but even
afford
absolutely, but even with Game of Thrones, they wouldn't have had that many locations to film at because I think the max that they did was 4 locations. Yeah, 4.
I don't know. I'm not sure how many locations they film at.
I'm almost positive it was the maximum that they did was 3 or 4. I'm almost positive. But anyway, Sense8 had 8, 9 fucking locations to be filming at. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on.
It's still sad.
It is. Adam West, who played Batman in one of the original Batman and Robin TV shows, passed away. So that hit like
rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace, and that hit like nerd world pretty hard. Just because like I used to watch that show, and just because it was just funny. Like it's Batman. Let's see. Insecure teaser was released. New season airs July 23rd on HBO.
It's gonna be a glorious July.
Oh my god, July's
Game
gonna
of
be
Thrones is
fucking
coming back.
Amazing.
Insecure is gonna be back.
Oh my god. Is it gonna be airing on the same? Oh yeah, that's right.
Game of Thrones comes out on the 16th.
But I'm saying like it's gonna be Insecure airs on Sundays, right?
Yes.
Bitch.
I think so.
That's gonna be a late Game of Thrones and then motherfucking Walking Dead. You've been watching
Fear the Walking Dead.
Have
yes,
you?
I have.
Is it good?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm not missing nothing, am I?
No.
Okay, good. I'll catch up when I catch up.
I don't know. I don't have words for it right now.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
not gonna say it's good. I'm not gonna say it's bad.
Okay. You saw Wonder Woman this week.
I did, and I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, like, I was expressing to my friend, like, Wonder Woman for me has never been a character who I looked up to in terms of comic book characters. Mm-hmm. So for her to have a movie was kind of like,
oh, cool.
It's cool for a woman, a female protagonist to have her own movie. Like,
right.
Like that's fucking awesome. That's great. But at the same time, it was like, what am I going to do with Wonder Woman?
Right. Yeah.
But I can also say a thing about Black Panther because I honestly didn't know what Black Panther was until recently. But I'm more excited about it because I feel like I can relate to it more.
Yeah. You see yourself in it.
I see myself in it.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman is like, yeah, she's a woman, but I don't see myself in it. It's...
Even though there was like this reportedly black characters that was on them. There
was black characters in the movie, but they weren't in
prominent.
The movie. You know, like
yeah, they weren't prominent. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it this
weekend. It was
weekend.
good. Don't get me wrong. Like in terms of DC movies, it was good. Yeah, it was good. It had a storyline. It followed the storyline. Yeah, I got it. Okay, girl. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna watch it this weekend.
Watch it.
We'll see.
Don't let me discourage you.
Oh, I'm not. No, I've been waiting for Wonder Woman since it came out because I was like, this either is going to make or break DC.
Yeah.
So
it was good. It was good. It was a good movie.
Let's see.
Can we talk about it now?
Yes, we can.
Black Panther.
Yes.
I'm here for it.
My God.
The teaser trailer dropped
and broke Black
weekend?
Twitter. No, it was this past week. Yeah, it was this Monday.
I don't know when it was, but I know when I saw it, I literally cried.
Yeah, I was in tears. I wasn't in tears. It was holding in there, but my eyes watered up.
I could not even hold it. Like I was watching, I was like, okay, Black Panther. I was so excited, so I sat down. I was like, shut up, turn TV down. I gotta watch it. So I was watching it, and then all of a sudden, I could just feel something like from my gut. Emotions just bubbling up, and then it bubbled up in my face, and then I just said, ooh. And then I was like, what's wrong? I said, this is too much. So many feelings and emotions and happiness. Like I was like sobbing. Like I was like she thought something happened to me in that moment. And I was just like, I'm just really happy right now. I don't have the word. Like, I'm getting teared up all over again because I'm so fucking happy. Bitch.
I remember when you...
Look at my black queen. Bitch.
I remember I messaged you and I was like, bitch, check my Facebook
And I was like,
right now. Stop whatever you're doing and check my Facebook. And literally you came back and you were like, ah!
I didn't know what to do with myself. I had so many emotions and
it was too much.
I ugly cried.
It was too much. And what was crazy about it is that literally my Twitter started going crazy with notifications. Like it was a slow progression. It was like beep, 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 beep. I was like, bitch. I was like, Black Twitter is going insane.
I was like, oh no, like it just
insane.
Bitch. I was like, this is like what I picture Africa being.
Oh my God.
If it was not colonized at all. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much wealth in Africa and the continent alone that it could have looked like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
if Africa was left the fuck alone, Africa would be the most powerful nation.
No, it would be the most, yeah, you're right, powerful and richest country.
Oh, everything.
Continent.
Russia and the United States wouldn't have shit.
Right.
Okay? On us. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I probably wouldn't have been born, but it's not the point. Because I'm mixed.
You would have been born, first of all. It took a black queen to be there for you.
Well, listen. I probably would have born a little differently.
I just had so, like, bitch, I was like, I'm going to cosplay her. I'm going to cosplay her. I was like, guess I'm here for it with the box.
Oh my God.
Bitch, she had braids.
It was so good. Oh my God.
I said, these are looks. I said, how are we going to dress up? How are we going to go to the premiere, Kwame? How are we going to dress up?
Bitch.
We have to have an outfit.
Oh, it's going to happen. Listen.
We have to find it.
It's going to happen. If I have to call the fucking costume designer her goddamn self, she will make me an outfit.
This whole movie is just Black excellence. Like, I'm just so fucking excited, guys.
So ready.
You don't even know.
So ready. So ready. Oh my God. So fucking ready for this movie. And you know what's really awesome about it? For me personally, just as a comic book geek nerd kid, like to see one of my favorite characters that has been so fucking underrated for years. It's always been Superman. It's always been fucking the X-Men. It's always been Wolverine. It's always been, you know, Thor, and you know, don't get me wrong, I love all these characters. Great characters. But for one of my personal favorite characters that I related to when I was growing up, because I said, this looks like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this person is like, this is the only other person that I see besides Nightcrawler, you know what I'm saying, that's dark like me. You know what I mean? Like, this is my motherfucking character. This is Black Panther. Black Panther.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, it's just so much. It's just so black,
and then to see Wakanda on black, and then to see Wakanda,
bitch. I said Wakanda. How can I get there? How much do I have to pay?
I want to go there.
I have to suck off. I don't fucking care. I need to get to Wakanda.
I want to go there. That's where I want to be. I don't want to go to Canada. I don't want to go to Mexico. I don't want to go anywhere else that they say is much better than America right now. I want to go to Wakanda. Okay, that's Wakanda.
I need to get to Wakanda.
That place where Chad is. Chad Boseman. Where Chad Boseman.
He is so damn fine. It's just so many. Just so fineness, blackness, and then Michael B. Jordan, bitch. I died. I was like, listen. Sexy motherfucker. Did you see Angela Bassett though with the Storm, motherfucker? I'm telling you, she'd be a perfect Storm. She's not Storm in the movie.
Girl.
Did you see that white hair?
All I'm gonna say is this. Let me tell you something. If they get petty, if Marvel gets petty and makes her the actual official Storm for this Marvel universe,
bitch, I'ma die.
I will literally implode. Because you know what's funny about it and what's so petty about it? Everyone from the day that X-Men came out with Halle Berry. No shade, no tea to Halle Berry. Love you, girl. Love you, boo. Bye. But let me tell you something. Everyone said that Angela Bassett should have been Storm. Every motherfucking nigga said that Angela Bassett should have been Storm. And if they make her Storm, I'm going to
fall the fuck out. I'm going to be like, yes, bitch. Yeah.
Oh, my God. My Lord. My stars.
This is too much. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
We wasted a lot of time.
Yes. Where are we at? What are we talking about?
Dear white people.
Dear white people. Oh, dear white people.
Episode 5. Reggie.
Just when we were
made
talking,
it.
first of all, just when
To
we
the
were
depression.
Right. I was all excited. We should have just saved the Black Panther for after this.
Wait,
anyway.
yeah, whatever.
Fuck.
Let's get into Reggie.
All right. Here's the synopsis for Dear White People, Season 1, Episode 5, titled Chapter 5. Reggie is one of the campus's most intelligent students and is crushing on Sam. Jealous of her new boyfriend, Gabe, he and his friends spend the day hopping to different parties in the absence of Sam, who is spending the day with Gabe. The group eventually catches up with her and Gabe at a party where Reggie's white friend utters the word nigga whilst singing along to a song. Reggie asks him not to use that word, and an argument breaks out. Eventually, the whole party is debating the use of the N-word, with campus police coming and seeing Reggie's friend push him. Now, mind you, he said that Reggie's friend pushed him. They then hold Reggie at gunpoint, demanding his ID to prove he's a student there. After this incident, the party leaves in silence, Reggie crying on his dorm room floor. So that's where we at. Miss Free, your thoughts?
Reggie's episode was so loaded with emotions. And I'm a very feeling person, if you can't tell yet. That's the Cancer in me. Just right. Mm-hmm.
Caught up in
so Reggie.
Still the song. Sorry.
Is you done or is you finished?
I mean.
So Reggie, where do I start with Reggie? His episode
wasn't
when
tense.
It started, I knew.
Really?
For some reason, I don't know if it was the events that foreshadowed it, but I saw it coming. And then when they landed up at the party, I said, here we go. I didn't expect for it to escalate as far as it did, but I saw it coming. And let's just get to the party, because that's where all the main action is.
I mean, really, yeah.
So when him and his friend are having a good time, I said, bitch, I'm waiting for it. I see it coming, bitch. I see it coming. If he doesn't say it, I'm gonna be surprised. I'm gonna be like, oh, he cool.
And it all started. Just let's go back just a little bit in that party. It all started because they were
playing a game.
Yeah, there was
like a trivia game.
Yeah, it was a trivia game, and Reggie was hitting all the answers.
Right, but his friend came up to him, right, and then asked him to be on the team because he knew Reggie knew a lot of shit, whatever.
Typical.
Right, and they're friends, so.
But I'm saying it's a typical situation when it comes to black people. Like, you guys know we do really well and stuff, so.
Right, okay, anyways, besides the point. So they're having a good time or whatever, but I just felt it in my spirit. I said, it's coming, bitch, it's coming. So when they started dancing, I said, it's here. And then it happened. He's singing, nigga, and Reggie's like, woo! Wait a minute.
Pump the brakes.
Don't say the end of the how Reggie handled it initially was very appropriate. It was
Absolutely.
like, hey, man, don't say that. We cool,
Yeah.
I'll appreciate if you don't say that.
But then here comes his ass.
So his friend, I can't remember his friend's name at the time, but his friend escalates the situation to the point where Reggie gets pissed off. Now we got a fucking problem. Now you included everybody around me.
Pause at this point.
Okay.
Because I think this is a very important point that I think that a lot of people, especially our listeners, both white and black, need to hear. What triggered this white guy? I forget the friend's name.
Right, I don't know.
Reggie's friend. What triggered him was the fact that, and as most, a lot of white people who are not aware and who are just kind of living in this, rainbows and butterflies and flowers type of mentality, and I don't see color type of situation, they don't understand how triggering that word is. And so whether you think that it's okay for you to say it and, it's, slavery was so long ago, and we're friends, you're black and I'm white and you're friends, we're all good, that doesn't necessarily mean that is okay.
Right.
And that's where how the entire party got involved in the situation, because you have the black friends who are feeling like, okay, well, I get that you don't understand how it's not okay, but we're explaining to you what's wrong.
Right.
And then the white people are like, well,
why I still don't get it?
I don't get it. Like,
and then
just
why
relax.
you calling me a racist? And then and at no point did Reggie ever say racist.
Never.
Not at one
don't
time.
Use it.
And I think that was a lot of what we've previously talked about with white fragility and not being able to handle that situation, because the way that it happened was perfectly appropriate at how it happened. The way his friend felt some type of way that he could not say this word, that I took really issue with it. So here's my stance on songs with the N-words in it, okay? There's been plenty of situations where I've been in parties or whatever where a song will come on and my white friend or coworker or whoever the fuck it is would say the N-word. Now, I've been to mass parties where that's happened, in which cases I let the shit slide because at the time I don't want to deal with no craziness. But there are some instances where I've been like, hey man, you know, please don't say that around me. Period. And he was like, okay, you know, we cool, chill, I'm sorry, you know, like, I was like, okay, I respect that, you respect, we have an agreement. Right. Don't say that shit around me. Right. We cool, we still good, I still think of you as a friend or whatever, but please refrain, you know. So I've been in situations like that, and I've been in situations where people who have had black friends who they're cool with them saying it, you know what I'm saying? And here's my thing: if you have a black friend, if you as a white person have a black friend who's okay with you saying the N-word, that's between you and your black friend. Black people are, I keep saying this, black people are not a monolith. Your black friend does not represent the whole entire black ass community.
Right, exactly.
So if your white ass or whoever you are decides to take that situation and put yourself in a situation with black folk you don't fucking know, right, then it's a problem. Right. You're like, well, my other black friend said I can say it. Your other black friend isn't a representative of this black ass group.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so whatever you
and on top of, just to add on to what you just said, like your black friend, whatever relationship that you guys have,
that's between y'all.
That's between you and your black ass friend. Right. That's between you two. I wasn't a part of that equation, so don't think that you can say that around me or any of the anybody else. That's, you know what I'm saying? So
that's exactly what I'm saying. And now if you get around another black person and you say it and they don't even flinch or they cool with you saying it, like I said, that's between you and him. That's that relationship that he was fine with it, whatever, you know, like, but you can't just go around casually just saying it, right? Just testing out the waters, right? You know exactly. It's then not you that get to get your ass popped, you know. Coco in this situation after this whole thing happened. Oh, I don't even know. Was it the next episode over? I believe it was. Anyways, I'm just going to touch on it here because I think it's very important. Coco brought up a good point, and we kind of talked about. Yeah, it's the next episode. I just want to touch on it because it's very important. I think we should. And I can't wait until the next episode. Yeah. Coco brought up a very point about turning. It was something about turning down your blackness at the time, and where Reggie not necessarily went wrong is being turned up too fast. My situation is, if it was really a problem, you're in an environment where you are the minority. You see what I'm saying? And where Coco's point was about self-preservation, the way it went from 0 to 100 real fucking quick when that police officer came in, and the person he pointed his gun to was at Reggie. It wasn't Reggie's friend. It wasn't at the guy next to him. It was at Reggie, the person he saw as a threat. And when Coco was saying it's about self-preservation, Reggie could have easily, and then this is not victim blaming or anything like that, Reggie could have easily self-preserved himself and been like, you know what, man, I'm not doing this. But the situation escalated to a point where it got violent really fast. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying...
I understand. Here's my take, and this is where, as a black man, it's very hard, and this is where I relate to Reggie.
Because right, and I relate to Reggie too, because I felt very upset. It was upsetting to see it. It triggered something in me. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of like,
Reggie if we just went back 2 steps? You know what I'm saying? And like in the situations like that, you never really know how you're going to react or how it's going to build up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it's very hard to be in a situation like Reggie's, and there were so many opportunities for it to be like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking with you no more, because this is going to be past a situation where somebody's going to get hurt here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And another, to my point, before you get to yours, is about Reggie's friend. Mm-hmm. Now, when the police officer showed up, if they were really cool, in my honest and sole opinion, Reggie's friend would have stepped in front of him. Right. Because nothing would have happened at that point. Right. Period. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what upset me
because he would have had a white
the
shield.
Most. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you're my friend and we're cool, regardless of the fact that we're having a tit for tat about this word that you're currently using. Right. You knew at that point, you could kind of see it on his friend's face. You knew at that point that I was in danger. Right. And as a friend, Reggie's friend should have at least stepped in front, because nothing was going to happen to him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just really fucking hard. It's really upsetting. You know, like so many things. But I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
To your point, in regards to, and this is what I was talking about last week in regards to friendships and energy vampires and where to place people in your lives, because yes, had that been a real ride or die for Reggie, he would have stepped in front, or he would have
just been like, you know what, man, you right.
Right.
That's it.
It wouldn't even got to that damn point. It wouldn't even
got to that fucking point.
Because you can have a heated debate. You can have a heated debate and a heated conversation on whatever, what have you. But the bottom line is that you know at a certain point in time that shit needs to stop. Right. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You know at a certain point in time that you when lives are now in danger, when you see your friend is in danger and you're not going to do anything about it, that's fucked up. Mm-hmm. You're not a friend, homie. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Mm-hmm. And so, but like, that's, I already knew that from jump when he kept saying, when he didn't listen to Reggie about how he was feeling, that's when I knew that he wasn't a friend. Right. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That was my cue.
That's why I was getting pissed off. I'm like, man, you're supposed to be his friend. I was like, cool. Why, how did this escalate to 0 to 100 real fucking quick?
Right.
Like,
and he kept egging the shit on. And that's what pissed me off. It's like, oh, so you just want to keep fucking having a debate so you can try to embarrass these black people to make it seem like it's their problem and their fault because you want to sit in your little privilege and sip on your tea. Right. No, bitch, that's not how it works. Right. Because the reality of the situation is what just fucking happened. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I digress.
You were disagreeing with me?
No, I didn't disagree with you. I was talking about in terms of here's where my issue comes in. I kind of disagreed, and not necessarily with you, but with Coco, and the point behind it. I understand that there's a time and a place for everything. Right. I understand that they're you know, like I'm not gonna walk up into a KKK meeting and be like, "Fuck all you crap." You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna you know walk up in there and act crazy. I know my place. I know where. I'm not gonna walk into a Republican convention and start talking about Bernie Sanders or start talking about Hillary Clinton or start talking about, you know, I don't know, any old Democrat or liberal views. I know that. I'm not stupid. You know what I'm saying? I know my place. I know in certain corporate environments that I have to say, I can't say certain things. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I know in certain corporate environments that or certain environments that I just know, I know where I need to be and where I can push the envelope. However, every fucking time, it just seems like we're the ones that constantly have to be quiet. We're the ones that have to constantly check ourselves. We're the ones that have to constantly know our place and our role. Yet we have people like Bill Maher that constantly crosses that line. We have people like fucking you know, Trump that constantly crosses that line. We have people like Jeff Sessions that constantly crosses that line. We have people that just constantly cross that line every fucking day. And it seems like, at what point does one continue to take it? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where Reggie was for that moment. Right. And I think it hurt him more. Yeah, and I know you get it. And I get what Coco's saying. And I get your point behind what Coco was saying. And I agree with that to a point. But I'm not going to fault Reggie because I feel like...
Oh, no, I'm not faulting.
I know what you're saying. But I'm saying I'm not going to fault Reggie because I feel like at the same time, we are human too.
Right.
And I think that is where the disconnect is when it comes to the racial conversations.
Right.
And because they feel like we're not human.
Right.
Because we have to be either super perfect or we have to be in jail.
Right.
One of the two. We have to be super perfect and we have to constantly do what Massa says, or we have to be in this bubble where we're not heard. So either we hear you or you have to do exactly what we say.
And I feel like it's kind of a double-edged sword. Like, say, for example, I'm at work. Somebody say some snide remark to me, right? I say something back. Old person goes back to the supervisor. Who's going to get in trouble in this situation?
Right.
Me. I could either say something, get in trouble, or not say something and just be pissed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Either way, I'm not going to be in a good headspace.
Exactly.
You know, like, so it's kind of like I'm always saying, pick your battles. Know when to pick your battles. Know when to fight. And know when to just be like, listen, bitch, I'm not fucking with you no more. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been plenty of situations where I could have said something, but I knew not to because of the situation where I was in. It's unfair. It's not right. No matter how much we kick and scream or talk about it, discuss it, debate it, whatever the fuck, it's just not going to be that way. Right. In the perfect world, everybody is equal. But right now, in the current system that we're in, it's not like that.
It's not.
And to Coco's point is what she was saying, it's about self-preservation. We can kick and scream all day, but that's not going to change your motherfucking mind.
Right. And at the
end of the day, I still got to make sure I'm surviving.
And I understand that. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck if your mind is changed or not. You going to respect me whether you like it or not.
Right, and I get that.
And that is the ultimate goal, I feel, what the movement needs to focus on. Is that we need to stop worrying about, because at the end of the day, yes, we need to be we have to preserve our history, we have to preserve ourselves, and we have to unite. But in order for us to feel like we don't have to be in this like constant like endangered and species mode, we have to unite and say, you know what, if you don't feel uncomfortable, if you feel uncomfortable in the space, let's create a safe space. And the only way that we can create a safe space is if we, number one, start educating people, and number two, start uniting and stop attacking each other. And I think that that's a lot of the issues that happens within our community, and why for instance, prior to the whole, if you look at the episode, prior to the whole, this particular episode, they were at each other. Coco was arguing with fucking Sam, And I get that, the people, what was it, the Black Student Union was having an issue with Sam being with, Gabe. And so I feel like those little rifts that were happening in the show are just small, what do you call it? I guess small examples of what bigger things are happening within the community.
At the same time, though, if something for example, something happened to Reggie, and at which point, in case in time, they were not arguing, they were not discussing, they were trying to figure out how the fuck they were going to take care of it. Right. And I think a lot of the times and this is not to say that you or anybody else are doing it, and it's to say that a lot of people blow up the issues within the Black community to a point where, I'm going to be very careful with this, to the point where a lot of people think that they can say, well, what about black on black crime? Black on black crime is no much bigger than white on white crime, Asian on Asian crime.
Absolutely not what I'm saying.
But I think that people blow up the issues around the community as if it's a big epidemic, as if it doesn't, it appears though we have so many issues in the Black community.
Right.
Oh,
and I don't think,
I don't think
every fucking community has a fucking issue.
And I'm just saying, I don't think it's any different than the fucking issues. It's just not as broadcasted as loudly as the Black community, and that's a whole different other discussion. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's unfortunate that our problems is the justifications of the way how other people treat us. You know what I'm saying?
Say that.
It's like, it's just, they shoot each other. Oh, bitch! White people shoot white people all the time.
Right. Exactly. If
but
not
you
more.
don't see us, man. Well, white on white crime, they don't have their shit together over there, because we're not, we're not a monolith. You know what I'm saying? But if something happens to one of us, you best believe we gonna hold it down, bitch.
Right? Exactly. Exactly. I feel you on that, and that makes sense. And I guess that's where we have to be careful. How, because I mean, you just checked me right now. That's a perfect example of what we have to do, because like, even though there are issues within our community,
and I would agree, there are issues that we need to solve, and I'm not saying that there aren't. I'm just saying that I think a lot of people blow it up.
And it's not just about even it blowing it up. I think that my whole point behind saying all that is that I feel like we have all these focal points that we, with all these different issues that we have within our community. And I honestly, like, I'm not talking about the white community. I'm not talking about the Asian community. I'm not talking about the Hispanic community. I'm specifically talking about the Black community for this particular situation, and how we should focus. Because if you look at, Mexican culture, they are so tightly, united when it comes to certain things.
Right.
When you look at Asian culture, their traditional standards, whether we agree with it or not, they are so tightly united when it comes to certain things. When they come over from Asia and they open up these shops and they open up these businesses or whatever, they support within them their own community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we can go to Koreatown and say that it's shit or whatever, but they're thriving.
Right. At the same time, like, I feel like they can have that community in a way that we cannot because of our history. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, absolutely.
We came here together, but we were broken up at the same time. Bet you $100 million if we had kept our culture, our language intact throughout slavery, it would be a whole different ballgame. You know what I'm saying? Because we'd have a shared culture, a shared language. Yeah. Whereas, you know what I'm saying? Like, Asian Koreans have a shared culture. They have a shared language. Latinos have a shared culture. They have a shared language. Yes, it might differ from country to country, but it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And they understand their roots. Yeah.
Exactly. Whereas we don't know, bitch, where the fuck I come from? Like, I could be from East Africa. That's a whole different culture and language in itself than West Africa. You know what I'm saying? And if, for example, those immigrants who've come from Africa to America, say like in Little Ethiopia, they have a shared language and they have a shared culture, therefore they're tighter. You know what I'm saying? They identify with one another. But that's another long, common situation. We don't digressed into a long thing. But anyways, Reggie's episode was really good. Yes. Had me feeling some type of way. Maybe I had some PTSD. It was a very violent reaction that I had.
Seriously. And I think just to finish my point, I don't want people to think that I'm sitting here, bashing on the Black culture or bashing on anything.
No, absolutely not.
But I think that we just need to, with shows like Dear White People, I think, and other movements and other platforms that are speaking pro-Black and speaking to kind of unify, our culture, I think it's important that we start, instead of having all these different focal points, we need to have one united prism, you know what I'm saying, to create this one united, ultimately, whatever it be, whether and I think where we can have, Black trans women, Black, LGBTQ, Black women, Black men, Black youth, all of them coming to the table to have a conversation, because I think right now it's still segregated by us. Right. I think that, we don't listen enough to Black women. I think that we don't listen enough to LGBTQ of people of color. Right. I don't think we listen enough to Black trans women. I don't think we listen enough to Black youth. You know what I'm saying? And hearing their experiences. Right. Because our generation, my generation, is completely different from our our parents' generation. Our generation is completely different from our parents' generation. Right. We think completely differently than they do, or they did. You know what I'm saying? They were in a completely different time. Right. You know what I'm saying? Even though we are having our own experience and our own issues or whatever, they were in a completely different time frame. Right. You know what I'm saying? Their parents were in a way completely different time frame. Those grandparents, our great-great-grandparents, were in a completely different time frame. Our great-great-grandparents were enslaved. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not, and that's what's funny, is that the people say that it happened so long ago, but we can still count it within five generations.
I can still count it in one.
Bitch.
Let's be real.
That's another fucking show.
But let me backtrack on one thing, and I just want to clarify this. And I'm not saying that black people do not have a culture. Now, we've had to build our culture from the ground up because our original roots have been separated. So black culture is a culture in and of itself. There are jokes that black people say to black people, and we just get it.
Right.
You know what? So that's all I want to say. I just wanted to clarify that. You know, I'm not saying that black people don't have any culture. I'm saying there is a culture black people have, but it's different. Anyways, never mind. Let's move on. 10 out of 10. Loved it.
Yes.
And let's do conversations like this.
Yes. It was one of the more thought-provoking conversation-starting episodes that was in thus far. And I think probably out of all of them, with the exception maybe of the finale.
I haven't gotten that far, so.
Oh, really?
I stopped at episode 6, so.
Okay. Well, I think because we're running short on episodes before the anniversary, because we have this one.
Do you think we should double up?
I think we should just finish it all in the next episode.
What?
Like finish the rest, because we only have 4 episodes left on Dear White People.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Unless you want to do 2.
You can just 2 and 2.
Well, then the 50th anniversary is going to be, we're going to have to discuss it. We'll discuss it during it?
After, whatever.
Well, we can discuss it during the 50th.
As long as we're done before Game of Thrones, that's all.
Oh, we will be done.
Yeah.
The next 2 episodes will be,
right.
so we'll double up on the next 2 episodes. We'll figure it out. We'll either double up on the next 2 episodes, or we'll double up on the next 3 episodes, and then the last 2 or last 3 we'll finish up. But yeah. All right,
we're moving on, girl.
We'll be back. And remember, we said that we were not going to have any listener letters, so we're going to go straight into the vent session. So, again, we want to send our condolences to Marisol's family, and what she went through. With her
speedy recovery
for Marisol, and I hope you guys are sending prayers and love. Feel free to send listener letters or even just comments, on our Twitters or wherever to send some love to Marisol. So yes.
Okay.
But we'll be back. What's up, Blazers? Check out the 5 fruit face wash from our sponsor, Zerian Skin Science. Made with 5 different fruit extracts, this gently exfoliating cleanser is perfect for all skin types. Jojoba beads, pineapple, and papaya extracts help get rid of dead skin that keeps you from looking your best. Mango, watermelon, and strawberry extracts do their part too, moisturizing and nourishing your skin. I use this product and notice an immediate difference in my skin's texture and clarity. Visit colorsthatgoboom.com and use offer code BLAZEATOMIC.
We're back with the vent session.
Vent time.
Then this is one of those rare times I have something to say.
Yes.
Okay.
What you got, Miss Free?
So my event is, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I just need to get this out. Fellow podcaster, co-host of After the Blaze, posted this. So I think it was it 50? Was it you? I can't remember.
What was it?
Anyways, we're gonna move on.
Okay.
Someone posted this.
Okay.
And it was from Amanda Seales of HBO's Insecure.
Okay.
She got out of her seat during Katy Perry's Friends and Family dinner.
Was it posted or was it sent into our group?
A messenger.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it was probably 50 or I think it was 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was at Katy Perry's Friends and Family dinner with Discourse. First of all, I don't fucking know why something's wrong with her right now. And I'm not sure what it is, but Katie, girl, whatever. Anyways, Amanda Seales basically read Miss Caitlyn to filth, basically. And she
I guess I don't have the full context of the story, but I'm assuming Caitlyn said something in which Amanda Seales was trying to express her side of the Black experience, right? Mm-hmm. So she says, and I quote, "The reason I am so passionate..."
Sorry, it was 50, by the way.
It was 50,
yeah,
okay. "The reason I am so passionate and I'm not hostile," she put emphasis on this, hostile. "I'm passionate. The reason I am so passionate is because I've had such a different experience in this country than you," Seales told Caitlyn. "Because as a Black woman, the government is so much in my life, and it always has been. The government literally said that Black men could not even be in the house or else women couldn't get welfare. That's a big reason why there's such a chasm between Black and women," and blah, 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 blah. Now, Miss Amanda Seales had a very good point that I want to express. I am not hostile towards white people whatsoever, and I need to make this very clear. I'm very passionate about my experience as a Black woman, just like Amanda is. Mm-hmm. And I think in her experience, or when Caitlyn said that she was hostile, it was very... It hit me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because I'm not hostile. I'm angry as fuck, right. But I'm not going to do anything to harm you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it just hurts me when people use coded language like that. You're just so hostile. Right. Amanda Seales explained it so calmly and so fucking very clearly that it was almost like Caitlyn felt like she was being attacked. You know? Like, it was like... white fragility. Right. Like, ooh, no. So I'm just trying to explain to you guys. When I say white people, I'm not talking about all white people. Right. And anybody with common fucking sense realizes that. Right. You know? And I'm very passionate about what I'm saying and what I believe in. Right. You know, I'm not intentionally out here trying to hurt y'all feelings, trying to make you feel bad about your life. I'm not trying to do any of that shit. I'm just trying to let you know what my experience has been as a Black woman in America. The same. Well, not Black woman, but Black woman. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just want to commend Miss Amanda Seales for expressing that. As clearly and concise to Miss Caitlyn as possible, because it couldn't have been me. I probably would have just laid into her. I think what's frustrating about that is that there seems to be a misconception. We've talked about this multiple times, and I think we even said this on our We Matter episode. But I know we said on our We Matter episode, but we need to stop equating Black pride and being pro-Black with being anti-white. That does not, those two are not synonymous. Just because we are pro-Black, we are proud of our melanin, we are proud of the accomplishments that Black people make on a daily basis. We are we focus more on things that happen within the Black community, or we focus more, we say things to express the experiences that we go through in our own personal lives, and also the experience of other African Americans and other Black people in the Black culture. Does not mean that we hate white people. Right. Would be really odd to hate white people when my partner is white. You know what I'm saying? Would be really hard to hate white people when a lot of my friends are white. Would be really hard to hate white people when the people who are genuinely in my inner circle, some of them are white. You know what I mean? So it's like, nobody's saying that we hate white people. We hate a lot of the things that some white people do. You know what I'm saying? Those actions, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we hate white people. Right, and I feel like when people say, this really pisses me off when people say this about Black women, when they say, "Oh, she's just so angry." Right. Well, bitch, you want to know why she's angry? I'm angry. Maybe you should fucking ask her. Right. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just calling her an angry Black bitch or an angry Black woman and being completely fucking dismissive. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to be already dismissive to women as it is, but to be dismissive to a Black woman is even worse because they do it with such snide. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, she's just an angry Black woman. Right. And I think a lot of what Amanda Seales, and to her point, is that there are experiences. Amanda Seales' experience is completely different from Caitlyn's. Her life story is completely different, and that doesn't invalidate that experience whatsoever. Right. Where the problem is that the inability for the other party to accept that experience is very real to that other person. That's where the fucking problem is.
In the words of Hope Giselle, that part.
Right. That's where all this issue is coming from. I guarantee you, if people would just shut up and fucking listen for 2 seconds and just be like, I acknowledge that you feel that way and I'm going to try my very best not to make you feel that way, we would probably be in a very better situation.
Oh my God,
but everybody's in such fucking denial about this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Because everybody wants to be right.
This elephant in the room.
Right.
Let's just address the elephant that's sitting there. Let's talk to him. Let's pet him. Let's rub him.
Right.
There's
a thing.
Right.
There it is. All its flubber glory.
Period. That's all I'm saying. So.
Well done.
I'm done. I told you, quick and sweet.
Good one. Good man, Miss Free.
I'm not even angry about it. It's just whatever.
It's exhausting. Yeah. Actually, it's quite exhausting. You know, I'm happy we did this episode this week because I had a fuck of a week. You know what I'm saying? So it was nice to get your energy up in the studio again. I need
Thanks.
to.
I feel like it's been a while too.
Right?
I don't know why it feels like forever.
We did it last week.
I know.
But it does feel long. Like this week was extra long for some reason. Anyway, I digress. I wanted to just quick and short. I just wanted to talk about the difference between, you know, just a couple of things, because I feel like, you know, a lot of the things that when people go out and they try to, you know, and I'm all about people, you know, trying to, you know, handle the cause and, you know, be a part of things and I'm all about it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm all about us trying to fight and fight for a cause. But I do feel that there's a difference between these keyboard warriors, what I call people who are just on Facebook or social media or whatever social media platform with their 20 followers and just speaking shit and just trolling people and just, that's all they do. That is the extent of their advocacy. And it's really frustrating because it's like, it's one thing to sit there and just jam on a keyboard. But are you voting? Are you really finding out what's going on in your government? Are you really finding out what's going on in your local government? How things are affecting you and the things that you believe in? Are you actually going out there to support whatever cause you're doing? Like, for instance, I'm going to specifically go to the LGBTQ community. We have our advocates, we have our quote unquote allies, and then we have assholes. And I feel that these the triple motherfucking A. And I feel like you have advocates that go out there that will do the work, that build platforms, that go out there and go to these, like for instance this week, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, and you know, and I'm so unbelievably proud of Team Blaze. It's not even funny. Like, you are such an amazing advocate, an amazing ally, Miss Free. Like, you genuinely give a shit about the LGBTQ community. You may not be personally, unless Rihanna walks by, you may not be personally, you know, a lesbian or anything like that, or a part of the LGBTQ community itself, but you avidly support it. We have Hope Giselle, who is actually going out there and doing the work when it comes to trans, you know, rights and stuff like that. You have 50 Shades of Gay, who actually speaks on things, using his platform to speak on things. Right. I'm going out there, you know, and helping LGBTQ youth, and going out there and working on, you know, different platforms like this one to talk about different things, you know, of that nature. And I feel like those are advocates. Those are people who are and allies who are actually going out and doing those things. And then you have the assholes. Those people that go out there and say that they're going to go do something and say that they're for a cause, but they're not working their asses off to go and do something. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, get off the fucking keyboard at certain times. It's nice. If you have a platform on your, if you have 100 million followers or 100,000 followers, whatever, fine and dandy. You use that platform. If that's your platform, you go ahead and use it to actually benefit and educate people and advocate. But you can't just stay in front of the fucking keyboard. You have to go and do something. What are you doing every day to better your community? Whether it's your community or a cause or a belief that you believe in. What are you doing to better your communities? That's my issue. And I feel like that's where we get to a point where we have the advocates and the allies and the assholes. Like, and then the assholes are the same fucking ones that will sit there and shit on advocates and allies and people who are actually doing the work and people who actually give a shit. And those are the same ones that will sit there and try to troll people and get involved or try to cause a stir or try to, amp up, a march and turn it into a riot. Or those are the same ones that will sit there and try to, go out there and just, cause friction because they have nothing else better to do because they think that they're creating conversation. That's not creating conversation. You're just being a fucking asshole. So stop being an asshole. Get your fat ass out and go out there and fucking do something. That's all I'm saying. And don't sit there and say that you're an advocate or you're tired of shit going, because when you're sick of being fucking sick and tired, then you'll be sick and tired. Right. And you'll do something about it. Like, girl, it's just like going, like, I can't sit here and get mad at some skinny bitch because they fucking working out every goddamn day. If I don't take my fat ass out there and go get fucking, if I stop eating chips and bonbons and whatever the fuck is out there, then of course this person is going to stay fat. But if you're not going to go out there and work on your body, then what the fuck are you expecting to go on? I can't get mad at that. That would make me an asshole, wouldn't it? Well, bitch, y'all can't go out there and sit there and get mad at people who are advocating for the black community or advocating for the LGBTQ community and calling them fags and calling them, fag lovers and calling them, whatever the fucking niggers or whatever the fuck you want to, whatever, all these other horrible derogatory terms. You're so busy calling them that, but they're actually fucking doing something for their community while you're sitting your stupid ass and asshole ass right there being an asshole. Like, you're being an asshole and it's getting old.
Very.
Because guess what, while you're sitting there being an asshole, you're the only one looking like a fucking asshole while everybody else is like, are you gonna do something? Like, we're all out here with picket signs and we're all out here working, we're doing stuff, and you're sitting here looking like an asshole. Stop being an asshole. That's all I got.
All right, that's our show.
This was a really interesting show.
Yes.
Right. Again, we want to. I can't keep emphasizing enough.
Follow us.
Yes.
On Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud. What else?
iHeartRadio, iTunes,
everything.
Oh yes. Thanks for reminding me that it's free.
What?
Yes, if you guys would be so kind as to go ahead and go onto iTunes, because we have to focus on iTunes this month. If you guys would be so kind to go into iTunes, because we've been focusing a lot on iHeartRadio and Stitcher and TuneIn and all these other apps that we're on, and the reach that we're on when it comes to Blades Entertainment. But if you guys would be so kind as to drop a 5-star rating on iTunes and leave a little review if you so shall. If not, just leave a little 5-star rating. Yeah, help a whole out. Anyway, if you like what you're hearing, if you want more, go ahead and leave a little 5-star rating on iTunes. But don't forget that this will be our second to last show before our 50th anniversary. Oh my god. 50th anniversary and our 50th episode and our 1 year anniversary. How did we manage to
so fast?
So like fast.
That. Just like that.
It really was. Lots of things happen.
I like snapping, guys.
Yeah. We have a amazing 50th 1 year anniversary show. So stay tuned. I'm not even gonna say anything. So excited. Anyway, also the Torch, which is our newsletter, is going to Pyro Media Network's newsletter is going to be coming out next month as well. That's going to be exciting. And then we have also the Pyro Store will be coming out not in July but in August. Okay. And then
buy my Excuse My Bitch shirt.
Yes,
I'm already promoting.
Awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm here.
Anyway,
it's gonna be great.
Yes.
Watch.
Don't forget to go on and check out our sister podcast, After the Blaze podcast with 50 Shades of Gay and Hope Giselle. Love them peeps. And yeah, check out all the other awesome stuff that we have on Pirate Media Network. We have I'd Rather Not podcast. We also have the X and Y show, and we have a couple of other shows that will be soon joining within the next couple of months, as soon as they pass inductions. It's a long process. Anyway.
All right, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
I'm tired of talking, y'all. Bye. Love you.
Bye. Don't forget to go. Oh, and don't forget to send in your listen letters. We haven't read them this week due to Marisol's absence. But next week we'll be reading all of the letters as much as we can. But feel free to go to www.entertheblaze.com to fill out a listen letter form, and we will read it on the show. Until then, love, peace, and hair grease. We will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.